What's up, everybody? My name is Devon, and somewhere either over here or over here is,
Howdy, my name is Tyson.
and we're back for another episode of the Tech Time newsletter. If you're new here, here's some of the things we're going to be covering. We're going to be covering some ClickFunnels 2.0 feature updates with you. There's also a how-to section where we show you a really awesome trick or tip with ClickFunnels 2.0. On top
Nice.
of that, we also have a tool of the week, which I'm pretty sure that's your favorite, right, Tyson?
I'm a Tool fan. Yeah, I can't get enough of them, honestly. My
Yeah.
my bookmarks, I have. It feels like they overflow,
Yeah.
and then I find another one. I'm like, I'm gonna just keep stuffing that in there. It's
I
okay.
I think he sells his bookmarks through a funnel as well to give people access to all of
Oh,
his tricks and tips and
that's
his
not a bad idea. Maybe we should. Maybe we could have like some sort of lead magnet that run that. I don't
a
know.
resource for it. I mean, let
Experiment
us
with that.
know. Let us know if you think that would be useful. We can definitely pull back the curtain on that. And then also what we like to cover is just kind of a question, maybe something that's come up in our past week through some of our live calls to just kind of help you guys along the way. And I think that's pretty much it. Would you say, Tyson?
I think that's about it. Yeah, heck yeah, man. Let's do it. Let's
Perfect.
dive in, shall we?
Yeah. What
What's the
what do
first
we
section?
got
What we
going
diving?
on in the what do we got going on in the feature updates here with ClickFunnels 2.0? Do you know?
Well, I'm glad you asked. So the first item is the ability to connect your webhooks to funnels now, actually pages and funnels inside of the account. So you can set up different endpoints. You can be very specific as far as what you're creating and the system that you're setting up between whatever whatever you're creating, whatever type
Mhm.
of flow you're trying to create here, off of ClickFunnels. So there's
Yeah.
that we've been waiting for that for a little bit.
There
We saw it
there
with
is that.
Zaps last week, but this week we finally got the ability for webhooks. So the next item here is going to be the calendar appointments contact info. It has been updated. Essentially, what that means is if you wanted to in the past, go in and update your calendar booking pages to make it so things are a lot more customized and
Mhm.
um, I don't know, directed towards the person that actually booked the calendar or booked that
Yeah.
appointment. You can now go in and use merge tags to specify saying, hey, this is the appointment with, and use a merge tag bracket saying this is appointment with Devin, right?
Hey, that's
Um,
me.
yeah, exactly. And so you know exactly what you're talking about when you look at that specific appointment on your calendar. Same with the description. You can have you have the ability to go in and add merge tags to the description as well now to customize the experience that people have. So pretty fun.
Well,
That's actually it for feature updates, but fun stuff. You should find some trainings linked on that section. Just click on those guys and it'll take you directly to the overview videos.
yeah. Fun time. Fun time.
Good stuff.
Going on from there, I wanted to take a little bit of a different spin for the how-to. If you've ever been in a spot where you said, you know what, I have these like digital assets, like a PDF or something similar that I want to give people access to in a funnel, I went ahead and created a training video that's going to show you guys how you can do this. I know this is a little bit of a barrier sometimes. You might have
Oh, it's
something you want to
magical.
give.
I
Yeah,
like this.
you might have something you want to give to your customers, and you're like, how do I even deliver this PDF? This is just one of the many ways you can do it, and it's one of my favorites. What's your favorite way to give somebody a digital asset, Tyson?
I mean, I guess it depends on the situation, but for like a PDF or something, honestly, if it's all within one platform, it's probably the best way to go, at least to my eyes.
Hmm.
Then you don't have to worry about any other endpoints. You don't have to have Dropbox. You don't have to go and make a Google Drive. You don't have to go in. You
Sure.
can just use it directly on the platform, which is nice.
Yeah.
Just right hand click the asset, give it away,
Hey,
and
don't give any
know that.
spoilers now.
Sorry, I don't know what happens in that video. I have no idea, actually. No idea. But yeah, it's super useful. I'm 100% on board with that. So if you aren't aware of how to do this, dive in, check it out. You'll benefit greatly.
Yeah.
Heck
Tyson,
yeah,
I
what's next, man? Okay, so this is the next part with the newsletter. I know you said it's my favorite part, but I feel like there's something going on here because this is one of your tools that I didn't even
yeah.
know existed. So
Well,
I
you're
mean,
welcome.
give me a rundown, man. Let's
Yeah,
see it.
I think it's called Highkey. I don't know. I could be saying that wrong.
High
But
key. Okay. I actually didn't
basically,
I butchered the first time I said it out loud though.
it's a
Okay.
tool for backgrounds that you can create. And they have really cool starting points. You were messing around with it a little bit ago as well. What were your initial thoughts like looking at it for the first time?
Oh, honestly, I was kind of surprised because it's got like a whole creation interface where you can
Mhm.
go in and select a default background to start from, and then you can
Yeah.
like randomize the layout of that specific design, change the color.
Yeah.
It's all I don't know, it looks super professional. Honestly,
It's
I was
super easy to use. And if
surprised.
you don't know what to do, if you don't know what to do, you can literally hit a randomize button and it'll shake it up and do random settings for the backgrounds you've selected. It's so cool. I can't wait for you guys to see that in the video and the blog. I go into a lot more detail, but some of my favorites, I would say, just to give you a small spoiler, is the blob backgrounds and the waves. I think you were saying you like the waves as well, right?
Which is cool. I think the blob was, I mean, who doesn't like a good blob? I feel like it spices up a depends on where you put it, but like it spices up a any foreground image. You know, if you put
Yeah,
it, I don't know. However you position on a page, I feel like blobs are one of those accessories you can put anywhere on a
sure.
page and it looks nice.
Who doesn't like a good blob?
Everybody likes a good blob. That's right, man. Now, you were saying that this is a free thing as well, and you said it for like 2 years it's been free, but they're finally
Yeah.
coming out with a paid
They
plan.
they
But
have
they've been
a
saying
they
that
have
for
a
a while. I don't know.
they have a pricing section, but when you click on it, it's like right now all you can have is a free plan. You can sign up to be notified about the pro plan, but for now, here we'll give it to you for free. So I don't know how long it's been there. It's been like honestly probably 2 years since I've opened it up, and I just kind of thought about it. You could thank
Uh,
my wife for it because I was thinking about tools of the week, and she was like, "Hey, what's that app you used to use for backgrounds with all the blobs?" And I'm like, "Oh, I know what you're talking about." Once again, it was in my bookmarks. So yeah.
bookmarks, man. Yeah, I feel like I lose a lot of tools in there, and you go through them again. You're like, I forgot all about this. I have an active subscription for this. I haven't used it. Oh man, I gotta I gotta come back around. Yeah,
Yeah, I
but
guess we
check it
should
out,
start
guys.
keeping our gym membership in our bookmarks, just so we don't forget about it.
It's hard to forget that one. It's so close for like I see it when I go shopping, and so I
Hmm.
can't look. Yeah, I know every time I drive by it, unfortunately. But anyways, that leads us to the next area here. We have a trouble question, or a trouble user with a trouble question. We have a question from a person that had trouble on this throughout the week. However you want to
Someone
say it. However you
someone
want.
was troubled.
Someone was troubled, and so we are here to hopefully shed some light on this. Now, the question that we got a lot this week is, what is the most effective way to reduce cart abandonment inside of funnels and your online shop? Now, that's a great question. I mean, obviously, we're here to make sales, and we're trying to help you increase the way that you make sales, or increase the I don't know, the amount of sales you can make in a week, or a
Sure.
month, or a year, whatever. We're here
Yeah.
to help boost that. So,
I'm here to help
um,
you make the bag of money.
yeah. Yeah, yeah. So that leads us into the first thing, a bag of money. What? The first item is to simplify. Who would have thought? Everyone likes to create these like super complex checkout, I don't know, systems where you have like 5 different pages to go through in order to get to the actual checkout, or I don't know, you have a mammoth long page and there's no easy way to get to that actual
Yep.
checkout point right
Yep.
away. I don't know. There's so many ways you can complicate a sales process, but simplification. Oh, I don't know. I feel like that boils into a lot of different things, but sales
Yeah.
process, simplify. Make it as easy as possible for someone to go through and give them or give you their credit card information.
They always say a confused mind will say no. So if they're looking at your checkout process and it's just like, what is actually going on here? Like, what am I actually buying? Like, there's a chance that you're just confusing them. It's not that they
Sure.
don't want what you have or that they don't need what you have. Could just be that you're confusing them. So I think simplification is like the key. I know there's other things we're going to cover here, but you
I
know,
mean, yeah. Like if you look at these big brands, you ever go to any of okay, ClickUp, for example. I've been raving about ClickUp for the past like week or so. No, maybe
yeah,
2, 3, 4 weeks.
it's been
It's
a
been a little
while.
bit
It's been at
now.
least
I've
a
been
month, I
enjoying it.
think.
I've been enjoying it, and I've been hyping them up. But when you go to their page, they speak in very simple, like their landing page. Just go to clickup.com. They speak in very simple language. When they're describing something, you don't see breaks of paragraph. You don't see like over the top explanations on everything. They give you what you need to hear, and then they'll go in and like take you to the location where you can find out more, and that's it,
Yeah,
right? Or get in the actual platform and just start diving in. So
sure.
just a little example. That's it.
Yeah.
All right. The next item here is a carts abandonment recovery something. Basically, some way to try to reduce the amount of people that dip out on your page and leave it for granted after they have gone through everything. how do we do such thing? How do we make it so, someone is um, less likely to leave, or we're trying to
Sure.
reel them back in? How would you reel someone back in while they're trying to exit? Hmm.
Yeah. That
What-
abandoned cart, I think too, is like some people forget about it, and I think even when we were launching our newsletter funnel and just everything that we were kind of putting in between, we had everything ready to go. And I think at a certain point, we both looked at each other and we're like, dang it, like we we don't have the abandoned cart. Like we can't launch this yet. Like this is so important because, there's gonna be a lot of people that just for whatever reason they might not say yes the first time, you know? They might need that little nudge, and I think that's okay.
You need to
But
be warmed up a little bit.
having,
Wine and
yeah,
dine them, They don't even know
having,
you yet, but introduce yourself.
sure. Yeah, having something to just kind of nudge them from an automated perspective even is so powerful. It's not like you're having to email these people one by one. You have the sequence in place and it's just kind of nurturing them at that point and just kind of getting them warmed up to the idea of like, oh, okay, I see the point of this and I see why I need it. And now I actually kind of know who Devin and Tyson are. So, or, insert your name rather.
Yeah, yeah, for sure.
But
Or like what
there,
you do. What's the value behind what you're actually giving away? Or like, why do they need to give up their hard-earned money to you to
Mhm.
help solve whatever problem that they had,
Yeah,
right? I mean,
absolutely.
that's a big question you got to answer. But aside from like automation and stuff, like when it comes to emails on the front end, before they even leave the page, if you don't have this already set up, you should. An exit pop-up. Why don't you?
Yep.
You already spent the time and effort to get them on that location or to that page. It could be something like an opt-in form and not even a checkout element. Some way to collect information for you to follow up, then with a abandoned cart sequence or indoctrination sequence, some sort of hello, how's it going? My name is so and so. How are you doing?
I thought your
Well,
name
how
was
can we help
Tyson.
you? Well, it could be, but in this sense, like so and so, I take on a persona. You know what I'm trying to
Yeah.
explain.
Yeah, the so and so persona.
Yeah, yeah, so and so persona. I think a lot of people can relate to that. So and so would love to buy your product if you can break down and actually talk to them. If you don't have their information, you can't talk to them. So, have some sort of a pop up, extra pop somewhere on that page. That
I honestly, if it was possible, I'd reach out to ClickFunnels and I'd be like, hey, can you just turn the setting off that allows me to not have the pop-up show on exit? Because I can't imagine a scenario where I wouldn't want the pop-up to show on exit. I guess, okay, a
I
practical
don't
scenario
know.
is if you
Yeah.
didn't have pop-up, like, because that might be a problem. But then it would force you to have some sort of scenario to get them back on the page. Because I've seen people do that too, where it's like, oh, wait, don't go. Like, we can give you a coupon for 10% off
Oh
with this
yeah, that's
code. And
exactly.
then they click a button to close the pop-up and finish the checkout process.
Yeah,
I've seen stuff
100%.
like
That's
that even
perfect.
too. So,
Perfect.
um, still a
Oh,
perfect use of a pop-up, even if you don't have your information on the pop-up as well. Um, that's free, by the way. We
yeah.
that add-on there that I just gave you. So you're welcome.
Why wouldn't you? I actually love that idea because you can just, especially within ClickFunnels, you can go and create that discount now and just put it right in that pop-up. Make it super
Yeah.
easy for people to copy it and paste it. That's
2.0
it.
just keeps getting better and better. Are we supposed to call it 2.0 or are we just supposed to call it ClickFunnels? I never know.
I don't know. I call it. I think I'm stuck with 2.0 now. It's ingrained in my head, so it's
Hmm.
fine. We're rolling with it. That brings us. Anyways, let's roll into the third item here before I get distracted, and that is
Yeah.
offer multiple payment options. So if you only have one option, say if you only have PayPal on an order form, and people hate using PayPal, guess what? They're not going to buy. If they can't use a credit card directly on the order form, maybe that is their I don't know, the cutoff. Like maybe they won't trust you. Maybe they won't move forward. Who knows? So having multiple payment touch points or options for people to choose from is a pretty decent one. It's fairly easy. Like it doesn't take a lot of effort to go in and I don't know, apply for different payment gateways or create different payment
Mhm.
gateways.
Yeah.
It's easy. It took us maybe a few days to get everything up
I
and
think
rolling.
I think the I think the hardest one is Payments AI, but there's just a lot that goes into the back end of Payments AI.
Sure.
Payments AI kind of is like an umbrella, which is really cool, and you can use it to kind of say, okay, hey, for 50% of the time, allow them to use Payments AI, and 50% of the time allow them to use Stripe or Stripe or PayPal if you don't even want to use Payments AI. just so that you take away the risk of your payment gateway getting shut down if you're pushing a lot of volume. So
Yeah.
there's a lot of power in it, and having multiple payment gateways in place too, just for the variety as well, even if it's PayPal and a credit card option like Stripe or Payments I think is dramatically gonna boost your conversions. You may not even realize it with that simple step.
Let me check on this. I think okay, so imp touched on this area, like Apple Pay and Google Pay. Those are
Hmm.
currently works in progress. I was looking it up real quick, so I'm curious if that would
Yeah,
be applicable here. But when those are released, add those to your arsenal as well,
yeah,
for a little bit of diversity, because those are
sure.
super easy when it comes for people checking out.
I
I
do it a
know,
lot just because I want something, but I don't have my wallet on me. If I see Apple Pay, I'm like, oh, sick.
yeah,
Couple
it's connected to your
clicks,
card, you're ready to go. You don't have
stare
to
at
think
your
about it
phone.
twice. Yeah,
It makes even when I'm going to like the grocery store and stuff, I'm like, oh man, I left my wallet in the car, and they're like, oh, we take Apple Pay. I'm like, perfect, sick.
cool. Yeah. See, everyone, see, they're making it so easy for you to want to spend money or actually go in and buy your groceries. So
Yep.
you should do the same thing within your funnels and landing pages. It doesn't matter.
Is Apple Pay available yet?
That's all
I
I'm saying. I just
yeah.
looked it up as on the feature request board. It's
Mm-hmm.
currently in progress as of right now. So
Gotcha. Okay.
when it's
So
released, just know that you should add it. And we'll be covering it here as well to let you know all
yeah,
about that good
we'll
stuff.
be there. We'll be there to
Well,
let you know.
yeah, we'll be bringing you up on that scoop. So anyways, the last item here to cover is to build trust and transparency, which is highly important. If there's no way, or
Mm,
if no one trusts you before they actually reach an order form, likely they will not purchase. Why would someone give you again their money if they don't know who you are, they don't trust you, they don't understand what they're getting out of this.
yeah.
What's their end, Um, you could do this by adding social proof on a page, like reviews
Mm,
or testimonials. Yeah, those are both the same thing, right? You can as seen on, there's so many different ways to spin it, but if you can get someone talking you up and somehow put that in there, or just talk up your story, like build a little bit more of a character backdrop there.
Yeah.
I feel like that does a similar thing.
I heard somebody saying too on my social media, and it kind of resonated, that your focus point for social media, and I feel like this could also apply to your funnel for like the basis of it, shouldn't be talking about you, but how your customers talk
You know?
about you, like how they perceive you, right? Because I think it's so easy to like talk yourself up and be like, oh, I've been doing this, and that. And I mean, you'll find us all doing it. Because I think it's just so natural to be like, oh yeah, I've been doing this for 10 years and this is why you should trust me and all that stuff. But it's so much more powerful when somebody else is like, man, here I was, and then I met this person and now I'm here.
Hmm.
Like
Yeah.
hearing their actual story and words come out from their mouth of why you are so important and why they need to like you and trust you, I think is so much more powerful. So get the testimonies when you can, even if they're simple testimonies. They don't have to be complex, but just something to really solidify you as the expert and why they should trust you. I think is super powerful.
Yeah. Like it comes back to if you say something, it means something, right? Maybe a little bit. But if they say something, if someone's saying something about you, that means everything. Because that
Yep.
means someone else is giving you a chance. They're like, oh man, this is great. I love this. Everyone else needs
Mm,
to, or they say opposite, and then you go and improve your product. That's still, I mean, for you, it's still a good thing. But either way,
yep,
take that feedback and reuse it within what you're doing.
for sure.
Reinvest.
For sure. Yeah. I love it.
Well,
That was a good question for this week, Tyson. Good job.
wow. Hey, thanks, man. Thanks. Actually, I didn't ask the question. So,
Well, I just
um,
mean, providing it for the newsletter. I
well,
think that was good.
I hope it adds value to everybody who's listening, who's reading, all both sides. Um, but that's it. Is it? I think there's one last section here, actually. If you
Yeah.
guys aren't aware, um, you're about to be. We will fix your funnel for $1, guys.
Tyson,
$1.
Tyson, I have a question, man.
Ask
Can
me.
I don't got any cash on me. Can I have a dollar?
Oh, you know what? Hold on. Hold up.
Yeah,
Hold on.
do you have a Canadian dollar on you right now?
No, but you thought it was going there, huh?
Yeah, thought you were.
No, I have a $2 bill. Yeah.
Ah, one for me, one for
Yeah.
you.
That's right. That's right.
Perfect.
Sharon is Karen in this
Well,
case.
I'm curious. What can I get with this dollar? I know I asked you for a dollar, but tell me some things I can get with a dollar.
Like from us or for what?
Uh,
Like what? I can get lots of things for a dollar.
yeah.
But can you get something worth so much for just a dollar? I don't know. I'm not sure. Like, can I get nearly $1,500 worth of value for a dollar? I'm not sure. Except,
You're telling me that if I give you $1, you'll give me in exchange what's valued at about $1,500?
I'm possibly saying something like that. And
That's a
if you're not
steal.
aware yet, yeah, exactly. If you're not
What do you
aware
have in
about
mind?
what he's talking about, I mean, I'm just throwing it out there. We currently do live support every single week, which is crazy. Done for you support services, right? If you have anything wrong with your funnel, or
So I could just put it
if you
on your
want to,
back. I don't have to worry about it.
yeah, just throw it at me, and I'll try my best to juggle it and see what we can do, right? But typically, you'll walk away with something that looks a lot better than what you threw it at me looking or, originally. So, uh, okay, I'll kidding aside, guys. If you're not aware of what we're talking about, we will again fix your funnel for $1. You can try this out for 14 days, where you can go in and have a go at our pro service, where you can essentially jump on our live calls every single week. We have 3 of those a week as of right now, Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Um, you have access to private community. If you have any questions, you can ask there anytime. But really, the meat and potatoes of this is the done for you support tasks, the Loom supports, meaning you can ask questions at any points, and we'll reach back out to you with a dedicated answer based off your question. Um, you get your own design space where you can literally access all resources all the time, anytime. It's all hand curated. Devin and I will piece it together with our hands, our blood, sweat, and tears just for you, and it's glorious. It's beautiful. Honestly, I enjoy what we created,
Yeah, it's a
so
fun
you will
time.
too.
Yeah. Yeah. So if you want to get started with that, like Tyson was saying, it's just $1 up front, and we want to let you test run it. So not only are we only charging $1 up front, we're letting you test run it for 14 days. So I mean there's no strings attached. If on day 13 you're like, you know what, you guys are lame and
Whoa, whoa, whoa,
you
whoa,
wanted
whoa,
to
whoa. First of
bounce,
all,
it's fine. Not everybody understands how cool we actually are. So, I get it, but yeah, that's all it takes is
don't
$1. And
undersell
if you have a
yourself,
$2
man.
bill, you got 2 seats.
Yeah, it's true. This is true. Two 50-cent pieces. That's a dollar.
There you go.
Yeah,
Where do they go for this? Do you remember the
quite a crazy
URL?
deal. Actually, I do. It is repairmyfunnel.com/support dash expert
Were
forward
you
slash
looking at your
expert.
screen when
I
you said
am
that?
actually, yeah, because I'm hovering over the button that's currently there because I wouldn't have remembered otherwise.
Uh,
Um, yeah, we'll put it on the screen somewhere, maybe on the video, whatever. Just click it in the email, check it out. Or if you have any questions and want to chat with us, whatever, reply directly to this email and we'll go back and forth. Yeah, or we want to hear from you either way.
Definitely. I think that was about it though, wasn't it?
I think that's it. I think we covered everything. Thanks for hanging out with us, guys. We appreciate you as always, and we look forward to seeing you next week.
We'll see you guys.